Interior, day. Elle and Emmett's New York City apartment that they share with the Spice family, Mrs. Pepper, Mr. Salt, Paprika, Cinnamon, Sage, and Ginger, who live in the kitchen. Ding!
You've got mail.
Oh my gosh! Look, Emmett, we've gotten our email invitation for the Historical Society's designation ceremony for Cluin, Tim's new store.
Wow, that's amazing. It's so incredible that the Historical Society is putting on this event.
Of course they are. The property has been in Tim's family for over 100 years. It's a historic landmark, and hopefully Cluin will continue Tim's family legacy for another 100 years. It's so exciting. We are going to witness this important event.
Oh, absolutely. Tim must be so thrilled. I'm very proud of him.
So proud. And isn't the name Cluin so cute? It's the perfect name for a store specializing in all things sleuthing and mystery solving. I love it.
Very cute and clever, just like you, hon.
Interior, day. Simon Ballinger's penthouse office. Ding!
You've got mail.
What's this? You're invited to Clue Inn in historical designation ceremony. Oh, that Tim! Blast it all! That Clue Inn store is the only thing standing in my way. Tim Winston is keeping me from building my mega hotel, becoming the richest man in New York City. His silly little store is with a problem, and I'm not gonna let that little snippy snapper, Tim, stop me.
Simon gets an evil look on his face and rubs his hands together as he plots. Exterior, day. New York City. Sidewalk in front of Tim's family lot. Reporters and a big crowd are gathered to witness the placement of the plaque designating the building as a historical landmark. Tim, Elle, Emmett, Bob the Builder, Mr. Salt, Mrs. Pepper, Paprika, Sage, Ginger, and Cinnamon sit together on the dais as the president of the Historical Society stands at the podium and addresses the audience.
Hello, everyone. I'm Miriam Perkins, president of the New York City Historical Society. Thank you all for being here today to help us celebrate the designation of this beautiful building. We also celebrate the building's new life after upcoming renovations. The Winston family have been dutiful stewards of this property for the last 100 years. We congratulate Tim Winston on continuing his family's legacy with the Clue Inn store. The Historical Society presents you with this plaque and recognizes you for helping preserve and honor the past.
The crowd watches as Tim accepts the plaque from Miriam Perkins. Tim then steps up to the microphone to take questions from reporters.
Tim, how long until renovations are completed and the stores open to the public?
Bob, my project manager and builder, who's the best in the business, assures me the project will be complete in the next 6 months. We can't wait to see you all at the grand opening. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you to Miss Perkins and the Historical Society for the recognition and for supporting me in continuing my family's legacy.
Interior, day. Elle and Emmett's New York City apartment, 1 week after the designation ceremony.
Wow, I can't believe it's been a whole week since the Clue Inn designation ceremony. It's amazing how much press coverage there's been, especially that New York Times feature. His parents would be so proud of him.
Oh, I know. Isn't it exciting? We should think about getting Tim a gift for his grand opening of the store. I'll add that to my to-do list.
Honey, you know what could be a great gift? What if we had the New York Times newspaper article professionally framed? That way Tim could hang it in the store.
Oh my gosh, that's a brilliant idea. It's a totally perfect plan. Let's do it.
Over the next 5.5 months, Bob the Builder's crews worked diligently to finish the store on schedule. Once renovations were finished, Tim and his friends spent 2 weeks painting accent walls, unpacking all the merchandise, and setting up the store. The night before the store was scheduled to open, they worked on the final touches to make sure everything was perfect. New York City night, Clue Inn store.
Miss Pepper, Mr. Salt, how does it look? Is it centered and level?
Oh, Tim, the grand opening banner looks magnifique.
Are you sure? I want it to be perfect.
Oh, oui, are sure. You and Emmett can come down off these ladders now.
Wow, it really does look great. Thank you all so much for helping me get the store ready. I think we've covered every detail. Looks like we're done.
Well, actually,
No, French.
oh, right. Well, actually, there might be one last thing.
Emmett reaches behind the counter and pulls out a wrapped package with a bright blue ribbon.
Elle and I got you this present, and we thought you might like to hang it in the store.
Oh, wow, you guys had the New York Times article framed. I love it. Thank you both so much. I'll have to thank Elle tomorrow when she gets back from her Delta Nu trip. But Emmett, this truly means so much to me, and I know just the place to hang it.
Tim hangs the framed New York Times article behind the store's checkout counter.
It's perfect. I can't believe it. The store is finally complete. Now let's all go home and get some rest. Tomorrow is a big day.
Exterior, day, Caribbean resort pool deck. Around 30 young women in a tight group surround one very pink, very blonde young woman standing on a lounge chair.
Delta who?
Delta Nu!
Delta who?
Delta Nu!
This concludes our annual Delta Nu reunion. Let's stay in touch till next year.
Ding!
You've got mail.
Aw, it's a message from Emmett.
Hi, Elle. I miss you and I love you. I just wanted you to know that I can't wait to see you. Tim loved our gift and hung the frame in the store behind the counter, and it looks amazing. The whole store looks amazing. I will be waiting for you at the airport when you land. See you in the morning. Love, Emmett.
Interior, morning, the next day. Elle and Emmett's New York City apartment. Emmett wakens to the sound of distant sirens and text alerts from news outlets about a total building collapse downtown. Tim's store building is now a pile of rubble. Emmett, Mr. Salt, and Mrs. Pepper sit together at the kitchen table in shock.
I'm so glad you are here to meet Elle at the airport, Emmett. She will surely hear the news once she lands, and she will be très upset. I'm just so grateful no one got hurt. I keep thinking, what if it had happened during the grand opening and the store was full of customers? Mon Dieu.
Oh, Mrs. Pepper, I know it's just so unbelievable, and I'm so grateful no one was hurt. Let's just calm ourselves. I have a message for Tim. I hope he is keeping it together. I wonder if he needs help with anything. I'm sure Tim will call if there is anything we can do for him. Isn't it time for you to go to the airport? Oh my gosh, I gotta run!
Airport baggage claim. Elle watches the news on TV while waiting for her luggage with the other passengers from her flight.
This is Marty Marker, reporting live from the downtown New York City. New Yorkers are reeling this morning from the collapse of the yet to open clearance store building just before the dawn's cameras in the area. Reports the collapse occurred at 5:13 a.m. Crews are already on the scene, clearing the rubble and searching for any potential casualties. But the building should have been empty, according to the owner, Tim Winston. Investigation will be conducted into what caused the collapse. So at this time, it is presumed to have been an accident. We have interviews with the fire chief and Tim Winston next hour. Stay tuned for updates, road closures, and detours are detailed on our website to help you investigate the traffic.
Al,
What? What?
we're all in shock, but just focus on the fact that as far as we know, no one was hurt.
Have you talked to Tim?
Not yet, but I thought you might want to go to his place and check in on him. Let's get your luggage and head over.
Yes. Okay. I just can't believe it, Emmett.
I know, hon. Me neither. Got your bags. The car is right outside the door.
New York City, Tim's apartment.
Elle, Emmett, I'm so glad you came over.
How are you doing?
I just feel like I'm in a fog. I can't believe this has happened. I worked so hard to save money to renovate the building and create the store. Not to mention years of fighting off all of the conniving developers who tried to ruin me financially and force me to sell the store. I barely managed to hang on after that jerk Simon Ballinger, who owns all the property around mine for 10 blocks, by the way, convinced the city to reassess the property value, which dramatically increased my taxes. He desperately wants my property so he can build a fancy mega hotel, taking up the whole block where my building is located.
I know it'll take more time, but you can rebuild, Tim. The store can still open one day.
I don't have time. I put everything I had into that store. There's no more money. I needed the revenue from the store to continue to afford the property, and now my dream is just gone. Now I'll have to sell the property. Oh, it makes me sick to think that Ballinger may have his dreams come true while my dream has become a nightmare.
I'm so sorry, Tim. But I still just don't understand how the building could have collapsed. What kind of accident could have caused it?
That must be Bob. I'll get the door.
Hi, Tim, Elle, Emmett.
Bob, come sit. Tell us what you know.
I can't stay long because I need to get back to the site. So I'll get right to it. There isn't any obvious evidence that explains why the building collapsed. I have given police copies of all my construction records.
Bob, I know you managed the project perfectly. You are so dedicated.
Your projects have a perfect record. Why would something have happened this time?
As you know, the building was a very solid constructed when it was built. I accept each phase of renovation, construction myself. I supervise the most of work in all past city and state building inspections before we can get our certificate of occupancy. So I don't believe we have any inferior materials. I know we did not have any substandards. But before, I called in the Paw Patrol to assist with investigation into the collapse. They're already on site. I'm going to go meet them now.
Whew.
Tim, let's take a breath. Bob, please keep us informed. Elle and I will stay here with Tim. Let us know if you need anything.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you so very much.
Yes, thank you, Bob.
Try not to worry too much, Tim. I think we can rebuild. I think we can fix it.
Ding.
You've got mail.
Oh my gosh,
What is it, Elle?
this email. Look.
What am I looking at?
Is that a Blue's Clues paw print?
Exactly.
What?
This email is from a sender address that just reads unknown. And the message has a paw print and says, the clue in collapse was not an accident. To find out what and who caused the collapse, you must follow the clues. Are you ready to play Blue's Clues to solve the cause of the clue in collapse?
What?
Maybe we should show the police.
What do you think, Elle?
I just replied yes.
Ding.
You've got mail.
They replied. The message says, you must be clued in to solve this mystery. A blue paw print will identify 3 clues to help you solve this case. Keep your eyes peeled.
Back at the building site, the Paw Patrol is busy working to clear the debris. Rubble the dog is using a big excavator machine to move large chunks of stone when he uncovers the broken, framed designation ceremony newspaper article that once hung on the wall behind the store's counter.
Bob, I think I see something down there, right in front of my excavator. Can you come take a look? Jardine rubble. Oh my gosh, what is this? It looks like the New York Times article from designation ceremony 6 months ago. But is that a print?
The rest of the Paw Patrol gathers around Bob and they all gasp.
Bob, what do you think it means? I don't know, but Tim, Al, and Emmett need to see this right away. I'm going to call them and ask them to come down here. Please keep clearing the debris. I'll be back shortly.
Don't worry, Bob. The Paw Patrol is on the case.
Bob rushes off to call Tim and tell him that he, Elle, and Emmett need to come down to the building site right away.
Thank you all for coming down to the building site. I need to show you all what we found in the rubble. Come with me.
Oh my gosh. Is that what I think it is?
It's the framed newspaper article from the designation ceremony 6 months ago, and there's a paw print on it. What does that mean?
The unknown email. It must be the first clue.
Clue?
Tim, Elle, and Emmett fill Bob in on the anonymous messages Elle received just after he left Tim's apartment.
Okay, so this is the first clue. But what does it mean?
Well, I don't know yet. We need to find 2 more clues so we can figure it out.
But where are we going to find the other clues? This is all so overwhelming. I don't know if I have it in me to play this game.
Tim, it's not the time to throw in the towel yet. Our investigation is ongoing, and maybe we'll find more clues in the rubble.
Bob's right, Tim. Don't give up yet.
Tim, let's go back to your place and get something to eat.
Elle calls Mrs. Pepper to give her an update, and so the Spice family brings Tim a casserole to cheer him up.
Look, Tim, the Spice family is here and they've brought a casserole.
Yes, hello, Tim. We made this for you. The whole family helped. Bowl and spatula helped too.
Thank you, Mrs. Pepper. This is so nice of you. I'm very grateful.
And we bought you a coloring book. Sage, Ginger, and I love to color. It always helps us feel better when we're sad.
That's so nice of you, Cinnamon. Can I color too?
Of course, Elle. We brought enough coloring pages for everyone.
Goody! Come on, Tim. Sit down with me and let's color. Cinnamon, do you have a pink marker?
Well, of course I do.
This is a great idea, Cinnamon. Thank you.
Everyone sits down at the table to color and eat casserole.
Oh la la, look at everyone's beautiful pictures they've colored. These bright colors make me so happy. Maybe we should hang them on the refrigerator. Great idea, Mr. Salt. I'll help.
Emmett and Mr. Salt hang the pictures with the Spice Kids. Tim watches them and smiles, but his smile slowly turns to a frown. Elle notices and puts a hand on Tim's arm.
Tim, what is it?
This has been so great and has helped keep my mind off the clue and collapse, but I'm still feeling so overwhelmed. I just can't seem to clear my head.
Tim, I might have an idea.
Go on.
Whenever I need to unwind and clear my head, I love to go to the Science Museum and look at the exhibits. And of course, a trip to the gift shop never hurts. It always cheers me up. Maybe it will help you too.
What a great idea, Paprika. I think we could all use some science and a little retail therapy. After all, we live in the city that invented free gift with purchase. Let's go.
Well, actually, I was thinking of going to the Science Museum in a different city, the city of Richmond, Virginia. My good friend Tori lives in Richmond,
Hey.
and she has a new beagle puppy that I haven't met yet. I can invite Tori to meet us there. She loves the museum.
Tori is the greatest. I'd love to see her and meet her new puppy. And spending time away from NYC may be just what I need. Paprika, thank you so much for suggesting this. I'm starting to feel better already.
You're so welcome, Tim. I'll text Tori and let her know we're headed to RVA. This is going to be so fun.
I love this idea, but how are we going to get to Richmond? I suppose there's a train, but it's kind of a long ride. Flight is faster, but you've got to deal with the airport security and all the...
Elle, Tim, Mr. Salt, Mrs. Pepper, Paprika, Cinnamon, etc. all look at each other and start giggling. Elle interrupts Emmett's travel option monologue.
Oh, Emmett, sweetie, we're going to skidoo to Richmond.
I'm sorry, honey. Did you just say skidoo?
Yes. Skidooing is the most efficient travel method and has the added bonus that it doesn't dry out your skin or mess up your hair.
Okay, sweetie, I trust you.
Oh la la, don't worry, Emmett. You will be fine. We will show you how to do it.
Okay, Tori texted me back. She and her new puppy Rosie are on their way to the Science Museum. Is everybody ready? Everyone huddle together.
Here we go, everybody, to the Richmond Science Museum.
We skidoo to the Science Museum.
We see the group skidoo spin out of Tim's living room and into the rotunda of the Richmond Science Museum, where the first thing they see is the enormous Foucault pendulum that is suspended from the beautiful glass dome of the museum. The group all crane their necks to see where the pendulum is anchored to the ceiling. Then they all look down to watch in awe as the pendulum swings over a massive, waist-high circle in the middle of the rotunda. They all walk up to the circle for a closer look.
This is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. But what is it?
Tori and her puppy Rosie walk up behind the group, and Tori answers Tim's question. As Tori speaks, the whole group turns around to face her.
This is a Foucault pendulum. A French scientist named Léon Foucault was the first to use a pendulum like this one to demonstrate the Earth's rotation.
Tori, you're here. I'm so happy to see you. And this must be Rosie. She's absolutely precious.
Rosie walks up to Paprika.
He likes you.
Everybody likes Paprika.
Tori, thank you for teaching us about the Foucault pendulum. And I'm so happy to see you. I'm excited that we get to explore the Richmond Science Museum with you. Are you willing to be our tour guide?
Of course. I've got lots to show you all. But first, hugs.
Everyone hugs, says hello to Tori, and pets and gives love to Rosie. Everyone is all smiles, and already the mood of the group is much more positive. Elle then walks up to Tori and links arms with her.
Okay, bestie, what should we do first? And please, please, please say there will be time for shopping later. I can see the gift shop across the rotunda, and I can tell they've got super cute stuff. And Tori, you know I'm going to need some souvenirs to remember this adventure with you. Sorry, I just can't contain my excitement.
I love your energy, Elle. I miss you. And of course, there will be time for shopping. But first, I have some other dates planned. We start at the Booth exhibition. We feature the series of Interactive Challenge. And then we head to the Dome to watch a spectacular film called Animal Kingdom, A Tale of Six Families. The film takes us on a journey through the diversity of a life on our planet, and there is a concession stand so we can all enjoy some snacks to give us energy for a nice activity at the Forge. Inspired by our good friend Tickety, I set us all up for marker workshop. Anything can be a clock, where we'll learn how to create a unique and one-of-a-kind clock using unconventional objects. And then least, but definitely not least, shopping at the gift shop.
Bestie, that plan is too perfect for words. What a treat. This is going to be the best day ever.
Elle, I completely agree. Tori, thank you so much for planning what I know is going to be the perfect day. This is just what I needed. And Paprika, thank you again for recommending a trip to Richmond to see Tori and this incredible museum. I'm so grateful and I'm already feeling much better.
You're so welcome. I'm glad you all are as excited as I am.
We're here for you, Tim. Is everybody ready for our first activity?
Yeah.
Sure.
You bet.
All right, the Boots exhibition. Here we come.
The group gasps as they enter the Boost exhibit and see all the colorful displays and interactive elements. The exhibit features dozens of hands-on, mind and body challenges that let you have a blast while experiencing science. The group quickly and excitedly splits off into smaller groups to explore each station. Eventually, everyone gathers together to watch as Emmett, Tim, and Rosie run together in a human-sized hamster wheel to generate power. Tim and Emmett struggle to keep up with Rosie, and it is an incredibly entertaining sight for the rest of the group. Ultimately, Tim and Emmett stumble out of the hamster wheel. Both are dizzy, and it takes them several attempts before they're able to walk without wobbling. Everyone is in great spirits, all laughing and smiling ear to ear.
Sacre bleu! It is almost time for the film showing at the Dome. We don't want to miss the beginning, and I know we all want to visit the concession stand. Hurry, everyone! Allons-y! Let's get moving! Vite, vite!
I know I do. The background here is the best.
Tori and Rosie again lead the way as the group leaves the Boost exhibition and makes their way to the concession stand outside the Dome. The group enjoys delicious snacks while they watch the incredible Animal Kingdom film on the largest screen in Virginia. At the end of the film, the group is left in awe.
I don't know about you guys, but that film was so incredible. I'm almost speechless. Almost.
I couldn't have said it better, honey. I learned so much and have a renewed appreciation for our amazing planet.
Wasn't it breathtaking? That was the first time seeing it, but I could watch it again and again.
Oh, Tori, this was absolutely perfect. You always choose the best activities and adventures.
I agree with Paprika 100%. The film was beautiful and the snacks were great too. Tori, what's next?
I'm glad you all enjoyed it. And I think you also like the maker workshop. I set us up at the fork. Now, it's time for some hands-on fun.
Oh, goody. I just hope I don't break a nail.
To the fore!
The group piles into the elevator to reach level 2, which houses the museum's space-focused, hands-on exploration and learning. The elevator dings and its doors open to reveal an enormous open area that looks like a builder's workshop mixed with an artist's studio. There are many different stations for all sorts of building, fabrication, creation, engineering, and technological experimentation and exploration. The sheer size of the forge has the group in awe and eager to participate in the workshop.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this place. Have you ever seen anything like it?
No, this is wild. It looks like they have everything in there. Metal welding, a wood shop, a chem lab, robots. This place has everything.
I'm so excited. You all get to experience the fork. Let's go check in for the workshop. Follow me. This is going to be super fun.
Everyone walks over to a reception desk where a Science Museum staff member greets them.
Hello, welcome to the Forge. Are you all here for the maker workshop? Anything can be a clock?
Hi, yes. We are registered for the day's workshop. I book us on my name, Tori Pace.
Amazing. Hi, Tori and Tori's friends. My name is Lori, and I'll be your instructor this afternoon. You can all follow me to the mini lecture hall where I'll give you a safety briefing to teach you how to keep yourself and others safe while you're here in the Forge. After that, we'll head over to the maker workshop area, and I'll get you set up at your workstations so we can begin making our clocks.
Hi, Lori. I'm Elle. We're super excited for the safety briefing and clock making. But I was wondering, Is there any way you could give us an overview of the forge and all its different stations? I'm dying to know more about this place.
Nice to meet you, Elle. Absolutely. On our way to the lecture hall, I can tell you all more about the forge and our mission. We can also take a few detours so I can show you the core stations we run here.
Oh my gosh, Lori, an instructor and tour guide? You are too perfect for words.
Everyone follows instructor Lori to begin their tour of the forge on their way to the lecture hall. The group looks around the amazing space while listening to Lori speak.
The forge was established as a permanent installment at the museum in 2018 and can be described as a space that is part showroom and part workshop. The forge has the largest footprint of any single space at the museum, occupying most of level 2. Side note, in addition to the forge, level 2 is also home to the Eco Lab, Art Lab, and Animal Lab. At the forge, visitors are able to roll up their sleeves and create, which is why we refer to it as our makerspace. Our makerspace celebrates innovation, design, and fabrication, and is designed to facilitate the creative process, spark inspiration, and instill the idea that anything is possible. Here we are at the lecture hall. Restrooms are on your left. I'll meet everyone in the hall in 5 minutes or so.
Near the lecture hall is a chemical engineering laboratory. In a nook of the short hall separating the lecture hall and the lab is a large padlocked plexiglass storage cabinet with several containers of chemicals with large, brightly colored warning symbols. One of the containers has a label that reads, "Warning, sulfuric acid, highly corrosive, keep away from metals, handle with care." And just under the label is a bright blue paw print.
Oh! Lori, I have a quick question. What does a blue print warning symbol mean?
Blue paw print warning symbol? Where do you see that?
Right over there, on the container of sulfuric acid.
Everyone's head whips in the direction Tori is pointing. Lori looks perplexed, while the rest of the group gasps in recognition that Tori has found the second clue.
Well, Tori, I have to admit, I've never seen that symbol before. I don't know what it is. It's odd.
It's a clue.
A clue?
A clue!
Oh,
Whose clues?
Clues.
It's kind of a long story, and we can fill you in later. But first, I wonder, could you tell us more about sulfuric acid and what it's used for? Like, why does it have to be kept away from metals?
I'll write this clue down in my notebook.
thanks, honey. That's amazing. Please also write down any info Lori shares with us. Here, you can use my pink pen.
Oh, okay. Sure. Well, sulfuric acid has many uses in many different industries and disciplines, but is most widely used in the construction industry to dissolve steel rebar and other metals used to construct buildings and other structures.
Why would anyone want to dissolve steel? How does dissolving metal help to build up a building?
That's a great question. And you're right, it seems counterintuitive. But the construction or major renovation often requires the demolition of existing structures and their foundations in order to safely construct a foundation for a new building.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Thanks, Lori. This is really helpful. Can you give us a minute? My friends and I need to have a quick huddle.
No problem. I'll be right over there.
You guys, what's going on?
Okay, here's the recap. After the Clue-In collapsed, I received an email asking whether we wanted to play Blue's Clues to figure out what caused the collapse. We said we wanted to play, and yesterday, Bob the Builder and the Paw Patrol found clue number 1, a photo of the Clue-In store's foundation from the cornerstone setting ceremony 6 months ago. Tori, you just spotted clue number 2, a container of sulfuric acid, which we just learned from Lori is a highly corrosive chemical that is used to dissolve steel to assist with the demolition of building foundations, among other uses, of course. I don't know about you guys, but these two Blues Clues make it pretty obvious that the Clue in Store's collapse was caused deliberately. Tim, I believe someone sabotaged the renovations by using sulfuric acid to weaken the steel. The only thing we don't know is who did it.
This is heavy. Elle, I agree with your assessment, but this is a lot to take in. I mean, this would have involved a lot of planning and required significant resources to pull off. And so many people could have been hurt. Oh, I feel sick.
What kind of person would do something evil?
Only a true villain.
A true villain and someone with a lot to gain by the store's collapse. I think we all know who that is. Yes, but we need proof.
Maybe the third clue will confirm the identity of our villain and provide us with the proof we need to contact the authorities.
Let's hope.
Oh man, I hope we find the third clue soon, but I doubt it will show up here in Richmond. Should we go back to New York? Maybe we should go.
Oh, let's please stay and finish our afternoon here. We've had so much fun so far. Let's finish all the activities Tori planned for us.
If you need to go, I understand, but I love you to stay.
The Picret is right. Let's enjoy the rest of our day here, and we can regroup once we get back to NYC. Lori, we're ready to begin the workshop.
Excellent.
Lori conducts the safety briefing and then leads the group to their workstations where they have a great time making clocks. After the workshop, the group says their goodbyes to Lori with a promise to visit again soon and heads to the gift shop to do some shopping. Everyone enjoys looking around at all the toys and trinkets, and Elle and Tori pick out matching rose quartz crystal bracelets. The group exits the gift shop to say their goodbyes next to the Foucault pendulum. Everyone but Tori and Rosie skidoos back to New York City.
Take a deal to NYC.
NYC.
The Skidoo crew lands back in Tim's living room, and as they arrive, Elle's phone and Tim's computer ding at the same time.
You've got mail.
I wonder what this could be.
Elle and Tim have received an email from the Paw Patrol saying they're all needed urgently at Paw Patrol headquarters.
This doesn't sound good. We better get down there.
I'll call a cab for us.
The Spice family heads home while Tim, Elle, and Emmett hop into a cab and rush to Paw Patrol HQ. Ryder and Bob are waiting for them outside the building.
So happy you got here so quickly. I called Bob down as well because you all need to hear this.
Hear what? What's going on?
We think we found the second clue.
Second clue? But we found the second clue.
Were you at Party City too?
Party City?
Take a breath, everyone. Ryder, tell us what you found, please.
Okay. Well, a little girl named Andrea lost her puppy. She called for help. Sky was patrolling in the plane and spotted a poodle that fit the description of Andrea's puppy going into Party City. We rushed there and found the puppy, but we noticed a large balloon order being prepared. And on one of the balloons was a paw print. A clue!
Here's what happened.
Earlier that day,
Ryder, do you see that balloon up there?
I see hundreds of balloons up there.
The ones with a paw print on it. I asked the clerk, excuse me, are all these balloons you're filling for one order?
Yeah, like all these balloons are for the big rooftop party at FAO Schwartz tonight, the Simon Ballinger party. If you need any balloons filled today, you'll need to go to a different Party City.
OMG. Like, you guys, the Paw Patrol, that's so cool. That's right. We're the Paw Patrols. We just need one balloon. And it's already inflated. That one blue one right there with a paw print on it. Could you show us that one? Then we'll get out of your way.
I didn't know one had a paw print on it. Sure. Let me just grab the ribbon and you can have it.
I just love the Paw Patrol. You guys are the best. Enjoy your balloon.
Oh my gosh. So the clerk said the balloons were for a party that Simon Ballinger is throwing.
Simon Ballinger.
Yes, she said Simon Badger is having a party on the roof of the FAO Schwartz building tonight.
And you think this is clue number 2 because the Paw Patrol doesn't know about our trip to Richmond and our discovery of a paw print at the Science Museum of Virginia?
Richmond, Virginia?
Emmett gives Ryder, Bob, and the Paw Patrol an update on the group's afternoon in Richmond, Virginia.
Wow, sounds like you guys had quite the afternoon.
You all did too.
Now we have all 3 Blue's clues. It's obvious that Simon Ballinger is our evil villain and saboteur. I know he wanted to make his big mega hotel, but I can't believe he'd go this far to get it. He needs to be arrested and answer for his crimes. Paw Patrol, is this something you can help us with?
The store clerk did tell me that Simon's balloons are for a party tonight on the rooftop at the FAO Schwartz building.
Paw Patrol activate. Let's go catch us a villain.
Chase is on the case.
Rebel on a double. Green means go.
Paw Patrol is on a roll. Let's do this. Come on, everyone.
Simon Ballinger stands on the rooftop of the FAO Schwartz building, which is near the exclusive Palace Hotel. Balloons that say, Hotel Ballinger coming soon, are placed at each corner of the rooftop for Simon's exclusive guest list to enjoy. The Paw Patrol, Ryder, Bob, Tim, Elle, and Emmett step off the elevator onto the rooftop terrace just as Simon begins his toast.
Friends, inventors,
Investors.
thank you for coming to this early victory party to help me celebrate the future Hotel Ballinger. Now, the art problem has been solved. We'll be able to begin construction soon. And then we'll be on our way becoming rich. Cheers!
Cheers!
I knew it. It was you.
Oh, Tim, what are you doing here? Please accept my condolence. If you're for your recent misfortune with the collapse of the Clue store, I know how much it meant to you.
Oh, don't you dare try to pretend you didn't do it. We heard your toast. And look at these balloons. You sabotaged my store so you can build up your obnoxious mega hotel.
That's absurd. I'm building the hotel at our location. Nice try, Simon. There is another site in the city you be permitted to build.
Tim's store was the only thing standing in the way of the Hotel Ballinger.
And I told you I would never sell. But you knew, without the store opening, that I couldn't afford to keep the property. You did this. You're an evil crook.
Prove it!
We have witnesses and plenty of proof, Simon Ballinger. You're under arrest.
The Paw Patrol escorts Simon Ballinger to the NYPD police car parked in front of the FAO Schwartz building. Paparazzi and news reporters are lined up on the sidewalk, snapping pictures of Simon as he tries to cover his face. Tim, Elle, Emmett, and Bob stand to the side to watch.
What is all the press doing here? Someone call my lawyer! Tim, this isn't over!
I gave my Delta News sister, reporter Gina Jefferson, a call on our way here. I wanted to make sure the press got to document and witness this moment so you couldn't sweep it under the rug.
You just made a big mistake. Woods. You have a new notices now.
How long were you plotting the Clue and collapse? How do you feel knowing that you'll be remembered as an evil villain? Do you feel any remorse?
Somebody get my lawyer.
Simon is placed in the police car, the door is closed, and the car drives off with its lights flashing. Tim, Elle, Emmett, Bob, Ryder, and the Paw Patrol watch it drive away.
Thank you all so much for solving the cause of the Clue-In collapse. I'm so grateful for everyone's help.
Yay for us! snaps for everyone.
What are you going to do now, Tim?
I think I'll try to rebuild, but I won't be able to do it alone. And I don't even know if we can fix it.
Can we fix it?
Yes, we can.
And
The Paw Patrol is here for you, Tim. If you need us, just yelp for help.
ding!
You've got mail.
I've gotten an email from our unknown tipster. Looks like it's a video message.
You've just figured out Blue's Clues. You just figured out Blue's Clues because you're really smart.
We
We did it. It's been a long week. Let's all get some rest.
Simon Ballinger is sentenced to 20 years in jail and is required to pay Tim millions of dollars in a civil settlement. The money from Simon is enough for Tim to rebuild the Clue Inn store and keep the property and his family for another 100 years. The story of the Clue Inn collapse captures the attention of everyone in New York City and inspires a renewed appreciation for the city's historical sites. The Historical Society receives an influx of donations, and the mayor declares a new holiday, New York City History Appreciation Day. To celebrate the new holiday, the Historical Society holds a parade around the city to highlight historical landmarks. The Clue Inn building is a feature of the parade, and Tim and all his friends gather on the building's rooftop to watch the parade and finally celebrate the opening of the Clue Inn store. The end.
And